Hello and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who is new here, hello, welcome. My name is Lanice. I am a registered nurse and I do these cool little nursing videos. To anyone who is not new here, you are a subscriber and you watch my videos regularly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so sorry it has been such a long time since I have made a video. I'm sorry. This video, I have gotten complaints about me rambling in some of my past videos, so I do want to warn you guys that this video I will probably be doing a little bit of rambling. I have a few points that I want to make and I'm sorry if I do. So first things first, I know you guys see it, I have braces now, so also bear with me with that, and bear with me with my dog because he's gonna get ignored because I realize that's the only way I can get him to leave me alone sometimes is to just ignore him. So if he barks, I am so sorry. So anyways, now that all of that is out of the way, I am here and I am in a great mood today. I want to say sorry for not creating videos. I think it's been like 2, maybe 3 months since I posted a video, and I'll be honest, I recorded a video last week but I was not in a good space, and when I was watching the video I could see it in my eyes that I was just feeling miserable. In the video I was talking about how miserable I was. So now that I'm in a better place, I'm like, okay, no, let me go back and record that video for you guys. So today is going to be more of a catching up video, and I do have some other videos like giving you guys like some content, like teaching content like I usually deliver about nursing. I do have some of those videos planned, but since this is my welcome back video to myself, I figured I would just sit here and catch you guys up. So first things first, I have made it to my year mark as a registered nurse. If you are new here, I was an LPN for 6 years. I went back and got my RN, and I have been practicing as an RN for the last year on a cardiac telemetry unit. So I have made it to my year mark as an RN in the hospital, and I will say that the hospital politics suck. There are a lot of things that I would want to say about working in the hospital, but it does pay the bills. So I'm not gonna complain about it too much because I don't want to lose my job. You know what I'm saying? I do enjoy what I do, but working in the hospital, that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day, going into the pros and cons of the hospital. But one thing I will say is that I don't feel like at my current job I am being paid my worth. Even though I am considered a new nurse, I'm still a novice at nursing when it comes to being an RN. I still don't feel like I am paid what I'm worth for the amount of work that I am doing. So I decided I was going to transfer. I decided that I wanted to see what else was out there. I really don't know what nursing is for me, like what type of nursing, what field, what specialty is for me. So I applied for a job. I applied for a bunch of jobs, to be honest with you, but I landed an interview in the PACU, and then so that, you know, got me to wanting to know more about PACU. I did a lot of videos, watched a lot of videos. Well, there really aren't that many videos from PACU nurses out there, but the ones that are out there, I watched them and they made it seem very interesting. But anyways, I didn't get the job. I made it to the peer interview and I did not get that job, but I was offered a job in the pediatric emergency room in Charlotte, North Carolina. However, if you guys watch my videos, you know I am a single parent, but I'm sure you're aware I don't really have my daughter on camera. And that's partly because with COVID last year and with me going to nursing school the year before that, she has been staying with my grandmother, and I have no family in North Carolina. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I have absolutely no family, no help here. So my grandmother was nice enough to keep her for me to finish nursing school, and she was also nice enough to keep her because once COVID came, the schools here in North Carolina, they did not go back to school. They were doing, you know, remote learning, and with me working the hours that I was working, I was having the hardest time, because at that time I was working night shift. I was having the hardest time finding someone to keep her at night and making sure her work and everything got done during the day. So my grandmother was nice enough to keep her for me, and so I was in the process of bringing her back here to North Carolina this school year, since North Carolina is going back to school. but I realized that it would be a lot more beneficial for me to be around family, and it's also a lot easier for me to just pack my bag and hop on a plane and go to Texas and not have to uproot my daughter. She's been there, she has friends, she likes it. So I took a travel nurse contract in Texas. It's actually not far from my grandmother's house. So I will be, I don't want to say moving because I don't really know how I'm going to feel about Texas, but I figure this will be the best way to give it a try. So that is what's going on. Fingers crossed the contract doesn't get canceled and everything goes smoothly, but I did sign a contract last week, but we all know what type of world we live in. Things change every day. But if Lord willing, that is my next step in my nursing career. And I feel like now that I have gotten that out of the way and I made that decision to go to Texas and I saw what the contract looked like, I'm very excited about this new opportunity. I'm really excited because I have friends in Texas. I have a lot of family in Texas. My parents live in Oklahoma, which is about 3 or 4 hours away from the part of Texas that my grandmother lives in. My grandmother lives in Waco. And I will be working in Temple, Texas, which is a very small town, but the hospital is supposed to be a really big hospital, so I'm very nervous about that because I work in a hospital that's like 268 beds, but the hospital that I'm going to is like 600 something beds. So I'm very nervous, and it's a teaching hospital. I don't come from a teaching hospital, and it's a level 1 trauma center, so I'm very nervous. I'm very excited about the experience that I'm about to get, but I'm very nervous because I am coming from a smaller hospital, which I see that when I come from a smaller hospital, we have fewer resources. So I feel like I have learned a lot at my smaller hospital, but I am very nervous. I'm partly nervous because of all those reasons that I just told you, and I'm also nervous because I have recently gotten into the TikTok world of nursing. I have found the nursing side of TikTok, and it is a large world, okay? And a lot of the older nurses are very, they're I don't want to say pushy, I can't really think of a word, but they're telling us, younger nurses, or newer nurses, excuse me, to get a lot of years of experience before you become a travel nurse. And a lot of travel assignments require you to have 2 years of hospital experience before you can even travel, because you really need to know your job. But when I spoke to the manager, she was very aware of the amount of experience that I have. You know, I told her what I do. I told her what kind of hospital I was coming from. And from the way she made it seem like this floor is very welcoming to that. So we will see how it goes. I do know my scope of practice. I do know what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. I do know what I'm willing to deal with and what I'm not willing to deal with. And I have never been afraid to quit a job. And I have never been afraid to call into work, okay? That's just me, that's my personality. My peace is the most important for me. For example, my job called me at 8:30 this morning, like, if you can come into work today, we'll take you off of another day of work. And I would love to have this Friday off, but if I didn't plan on going to work, I can't just hop out of my bed and say, I'm going to work today. No, I made plans today, and my plans were to do absolutely nothing and to rest and relax and plan to go to work tomorrow. And that's how I operate, that's how I move. I take care of me. So anyways, so I'm nervous about this travel contract, but I think that it'll be a wonderful experience because my daughter will get to remain in the same school she's been going to. She will get to keep her same friends. I live for new experiences, y'all. I don't like change. I will admit, and I do get homesick when I travel. However, I live for new experiences. I do enjoy meeting new people, and I do already know a few people there in Texas that I go and visit whenever I go and visit my family. So I think this will be a great 13 weeks. If I like it, great. If I don't, I'm still keeping my apartment in Charlotte, so I will always be able to come home. And I'm also thinking I can do anything for 13 weeks, and I'm hoping, my goal here, you guys, my goal with all of this is to be able to travel for a year. So this time next year, I will be able to buy my house in Charlotte. That's the goal. We all know that God has his own plans. Sometimes he laughs at our plans, but that's what I'm working towards. And anytime I have a goal, I feel like I'm a person. Like, I'm the type of person, I have to be working towards something. That's not always good, because sometimes I find myself doing stuff just to keep myself busy. However, when I have a goal and I'm steadily working towards it, I do feel a lot better about my life. So yeah, so that is that. I will be leaving to do that. I will start at the end of August in Texas. I'm debating on whether or not I'm gonna drive or fly, because I am taking my dog with me, and my dog did okay when I flew out to Texas the last time I went and I took him with me. He did okay. I had to drug him up a little bit, and I had to hold him in my lap because they don't fly dogs under the plane anymore. You have to have a small pet, and your pet has to be able to fit in the seat in front of you in order to travel with you. And he did not do good when he was under the seat in front of me in his carrier. But I did run into a couple of really nice flight attendants that allowed me to go sit in the back seat of the plane and put him on my lap. And once he was on my lap, he was good and sleep and drugged up. But he did pee in the airport. He would not go to the bathroom in the pet respite areas. And he just, I guess he couldn't hold it any longer. That's just peed in the middle of the floor. So it wasn't a very good experience. It's not anything I would want to do again. So I think I'm probably actually going to drive from North Carolina to Texas also, so I can just have my car. But I'm flying back because I'm going to the Lil Baby Lil Durk concert here in Charlotte. And then I'm going to homecoming for my college in October. They allowed me to get those days off of my contract too. So I'm like, yo, this is like a win-win. Like, life is good. I mean, tomorrow I might be depressed. They did try to tell me I was bipolar at one point in time, so this might be a manic episode. I don't know, but right now I'm very excited for the direction that my life is going into. I feel like I'm finally getting my life together. I don't really get up here and talk about my past too much or my life history, but I have lived a life that I probably shouldn't have been living. And so now that I'm getting my credit in order and, you know, adulting and doing it responsibly and taking care of my child and, you know, doing what's best for my kid, like, I feel like a whole person now, and I feel good about that. Now, I do have days where I'm still sad, and there are a lot of things that I'm still working on. I have been going to therapy consistently for a year now. I started with my therapist last September, and I am still working with her. Just talked to her yesterday. She has helped tremendously. Getting this first year under my belt as a nurse, that has helped tremendously. Like, I feel like I'm in a much different space than I was this time last year, and I'm so grateful for that. So this video is about 12 minutes, and I did all the rambling I can do. The next videos will be more informational. If you guys have any videos that you would like me to do, please comment down below. I don't know how I didn't say this in the beginning of the video, but if you did not subscribe already, please subscribe. Why would you have not already subscribed? I mean, I don't know. But like the video, share it with any of your friends that are in nursing school. Share my page. I have lots of information about nursing school because I just got out last year. And so like, subscribe, comment, just whatever, you know. I hope you guys enjoy this content. And again, my name is Lanice, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am out. Peace.